Start. Okay. Okay, so it's a short time, and it's hard hour after lunch. Thank you, first of all, for the invitation and for this very important conference. So, as you see, I'm from Israel. I'm a rabbi from Israel, and I work in the chief rabbinate of Israel, chief rabbis, and Tel Aviv University. And I want to talk to you in a few minutes a case study about this, what we're talking about these 2 days. So we know, this goes now, oops, okay. So if we start from the beginning of the Bible, the first two normative statements in the Bible are these two. Man was created, and the creation was good, and it was very good. This had been said equally in relations to the man and other forms of life. But there was also never a negative statement. It's not good of man to be alone. Social life, the way we know them today, were not part of nature. And we know these two things are the main reasons of the tension between the human society and the burden of the places of the nature. And now there is a rabbinical and Christian explanation to the commandments, Jewish commandments or religious commandments, as means to restrain human desires and positions. However, the rabbis see the commandment as special blessings, tokens of God's love, and not yokes to be carried out in states for the sake of peace. There are many examples of commandments that connect to nature, that emerge from nature, and connect the commendation of Judaism, that connect the commandments and Judaism to the nature. A central example of these commandments is one commandment called tzitzit. This deals with an important issue, the memory of God, of His commandments. And we'll see 2 verses who deal with these things. And I'm reading up in the bottom part of the slide. Speak to the children of Israel, etc., and that they put upon the fringe of the borders of the ribbons a ribbon of blue, and shall undo you for a fringe that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them. But this garment is a special jewel, a token of God's special covenant with the nation of Israel. Many religious Jews hide this garment under their clothes. Others carry them like me. Carry them out like me. But where's the blue strings? If you look around, you can come and see. Where's the blue strings we talked about before? There's no blue strings that we saw a minute ago. According to the Jewish tradition, the color must come from a specific species of a sea slug. But the beautiful color coming out from the sea slug has nothing doing with the temporary human desires or coping with darker sides of human society, but with the remembrance of heaven, remember of the commandments. But the tradition of the sea slug was being lost. We assume that properly the slug itself has been existing. And here comes the main point. Without the right connection to nature, without the provision that we're talking about these 2 days, the religious commandments and the memory of the Bible is lacking. That's the main thing I want to say. And then, a few famous rabbis, here a picture of the Rabbi Herzog, the former chief rabbi of Israel, has researched the topic. They think they discovered the special slug. But most rabbis today are not convinced. Indeed, the chief rabbinate today in Israel. If someone here can help us to find it, we'll be very happy for that thing. Another small example, I have another few minutes. Another small example, future work in the temple depends on the identification of one more lost animal, the red cow, whose ashes are essential for purification. And again, we don't know which cow it was. The cow, without his ashes, there's no purity for the Jewish people. We can see how much knowledge and remote species and their preservation, as well as the impact of subspecies, are the key of full Jewish life. The law is not a burden to be carried, but a culture of natural beauty that we want to be. And so, the rabbinical tradition, the loss of the temple in Jerusalem links the loss of immediate relationship with nature, and the loss of natural organisms encouraged by materialistic civilizations. Judaism has never rejected modernization and the technologies that help humans escape hunger, diseases, or discomforts. However, Jewish views is about the restrictions of all traditions that deeply embedded with the natural unharmed by human society. So what do we do? What do we do as rabbis, as the chief rabbinate in Israel? We work on a few kind of things. First of all, education in schools, in high schools, and university. Afterwards, we teach rabbis rabbinical educations, special courses about this purification in rabbinical training. Third thing, we have religious legal researches. There are research institutes dealing with these things we're talking about. And afterwards, we publish as books, as Jewish laws, religious laws, and to the general public. Also, that we can found for this purpose in Israel and abroad. Short conclusion, the future Jewish vision is necessarily connected to the vision of one second. The future Jewish vision is necessarily connected to the vision of preserving back to the basic human of the world and nature. The return or finding of rare descent species, like we said before, the blue garment, or even various within subspecies like the red cow. The intention is not to go backwards with no technology or something like that, but to integrate nature, human morality, or society with a better way. Rabbi Kook, the former chief rabbi of Israel 150 years ago, wrote a few books about how to integrate the modern world today, conserve it and the pure human morality. And we do it as we said before, education, advertisement, and cooperation with whoever wants. And this is the vision of the Jewish people. And for the last, I will say I'm bringing a short declaration of the chief rabbis today. It was written just for our congress here. And if you want afterwards, I can give it the whole sheet that's on the bottom right to the two chief rabbis, and just read the second part of the declaration. From the fear of the integrity of the existence, ecology, balance, and the peace of the humanity, and the peace of all centuries and of all creatures on earth, we order to work to preservation and preservation of all intimate living and speaking planets in our world, with the cooperation of other nations who identify with our outlook. Thank you.